What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker, to the weekend stream. This is your host Dana. Hope all of you are having a good Friday so far. Now let's get into the TA, because after yesterday's stream when I told you volatility is incoming, guess what happened? Okay, volatility came in, price went a bit low, but then important thing is we never broke below this level. Like, we can chop it left and right, but guess what happened? It never broke below this level. As long as it doesn't, like I've been saying for a few days now, as long as it doesn't, we're probably not gonna see this. But when it does, if it does, especially below $22,300, okay, not just a wick down, but an actual close, an actual candle close below that level, we're gonna be pulling back. Okay, we are gonna get into Bitcoin's TA. I just wanted to tell you guys what we spoke about yesterday kind of happened so far, but I want to have a look at Cardano first today. Cardano, guys, Cardano, like, it is going for that level. Looks like it is going for that level. Okay, this next level we've been waiting for, around 0.4 to 0.42, looks like it's coming. All the way to 0.44 is possible, but first I'd like to see a candle close above 0.4 at least. If that happens, there's really not much holding us until 0.43-ish to 0.44. okay, so Cardano is looking good. Like, there's still bad divergence developing. Do not get that mistaken, but look at this support that we held. I spoke about the support the last time we had a look at Cardano, right? And guess what? It's still holding. Okay, it is still holding. Like, we wicked down a little bit, but nothing special happened. On top of that, we have this nice IHS. If you guys notice, this nice IHS, we broke out of this neckline, perfect, and looks like there's still room to go. Like, RSI in the 4-hourly time frame is looking good. We have positive momentum on the oscillators. Daily RSI, one could argue, like, it's not looking the best because of this bad divergence that is going on. And then we also have this bad rising wedge that I do not like that much. Like, I can draw it for you guys if you like. Hold on, because if I draw it for you, I'm sure it's gonna be like easier to notice, easier to understand what's going on. Okay, I got my alarms on set, so things going on, but don't mind it, it's okay. Let me just show you this wedge that I notice on the daily time frame. Okay, notice, let me just turn this to white. Well, like, it's not the most perfect rising wedge, but you guys get the point. So we are inside this wedge now. You know what they say about rising wedges, what they imply. I often speak about them on the show. But if we can break above this, resistance line right now that has been, respected so far, then see eventually around that, 0.43 to 0.44 levels. If, let me just turn this one off, hold on. Now it's ringing left and right, okay? Just let me put it down. There you go, paused it. Okay, so if we can see a daily candle close above 0.4, ASAP, eventually, not much holding us until, that level that I spoke about, which is around 0.43, 0.44, okay? Like, if you want to be a bit more specific, 0.427 to 0.439 areas. Really not much holding us if that happens. If you can see a daily candle close above this level, I can just, draw a line for you like this. This resistance that we got. Okay, cool. Any daily can close above this level, see eventually around 0.43 to 0.44-ish. This wedge kind of is not something I'd neglect, but we'll see if we can, break above this resistance line and, see a daily candle close above this level. On the Easterns, I do not see anything, implying that bulls are somewhat tired. Not yet, even though there is bad divergence and so on and so forth. And volume is kind of declining if you notice. On the 4-hourly, still looking okay. Like pretty much bulls still got the balls, still in charge. Okay. And RSI is in nice territories that favors the bulls more than anything else. So MACD bullish, On the hourly, no bad divergence that I can see. I mean, nothing really. What I loved the most is this nice IHS, okay? Like, if you do something like this, you see how it looks like an HS, right? But nice IHS, we broke out of this, neckline, and now looks like we have some more room to go. Looks like it. Like, I don't see that the bears are in. The bulls still got charge. Looking at the shorter time frames, on the daily, one could argue we're close to resistance soon, but so far so good, okay? So that's Cardano. We can move on with the next one. We're gonna have a look at Bitcoin, guys. Do not worry. We're gonna have a look at Bitcoin. I just want to have a look at some altcoins, starting with the letter ACE, and then we're gonna move on, okay? Aleph, I didn't know about this one before somebody requested it. I think it was Richard. Since then, I think we were around these levels when he requested it. Since then, it's been respecting TA to the dot, literally, okay, to the T. I can't even, I'm not even sugarcoating it, okay, because, I don't. I'm pretty blunt. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm not, I'm not. Respect the TA. We came, we held support. First resistance got filled. Second resistance got filled, or, targets got hit, or profit-taking levels, whatever you like to call it. Right now, at the moment, we do have our first negative, momentum on the daily time frame, okay? MACD just went, bearish, as you guys can see. RSI is getting a bit closer to the neutral territories at the moment while I'm speaking, just, kind of rolling over. So on this one, unless we can get back above these levels, at least, 0.08238, see a daily candle close above that one. Bears are pretty much still in charge, unfortunately, on the daily. I cannot say anything else. Plus, MACD just, turned, bearish on us, okay? So, the support levels for this one is pretty much the same still. We can come all the way to these levels, like, wouldn't be a surprise. Like, the main one on the daily really is all the way, around these levels. I can draw a box for you just so you guys can see. Hold on. because that hasn't changed much. There you go, daily support. Okay, this is the main one, daily support. Daily support is this one, main one. Like if we see any daily candle close below this level, 0.07-ish dollars, like probabilities are gonna be higher that we come, and see this support being, tested. Okay, I can fill it up for you guys so you know for what time frame it is. So here we go. Daily. Oh, on the 4-hourly time frame, okay, Pierce got a bit tired, but look, on the 4-hourly we have a different resistance, which is around 0.0808-ish dollars. If we can see any 4-hourly candle close, like if you want to be conservative, 0.082, but 0.08 could do it. Okay, any close above that one, see around next resistance, which is around 0.085. Any 4-hourly candle close above that one, we could easily come and retest these levels. Okay, like 0.09-ish to 0.097, very possible for alpha if we see a 4-hourly candle close above 0.085. Simple. We do have our side that is rolling over, negative momentum on the oscillators. Look, we're kind of getting tired, but for me to be a bit convinced, we have to hold this 0.075 area on the 4-hourly time frame. Any close below that one, see eventually around this support level again. Okay, but if we hold it, if there's some demand at this level, eventually we are gonna come and retest 0.08-ish at least, and then maybe a bit more higher. Like if you want to be conservative, like I said, 0.082 would be like the most better level, okay, for the ones who are conservative. But otherwise, above this level would do for me. And any 4-hourly close above 0.085, you know what's up next. Okay, hourly, just to see what's going on. It's easier, of course, for me just to go through the daily and so on and so forth, but I'm just trying to chop it up for you, just let you know what's going on. We just okay, like look, bulls are fighting, but like I said, bears are also exhausted at the same time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come and retest, well, we already did. We pulled back up. We got resistance around 0.08-ish on the hourly as well. Any close above that one, we could, go a bit higher on the hourly. Like main resistance on the hourly is also around 0.085, 0.086 levels, pretty much like the 4-hourly. Okay. We have positive momentum on the hourly. Okay, fine. But we also do have bad divergence. Just keep that in mind as well. Like as long as this support holds, it's fine. If it doesn't, like I told you, any close below this level, 0.07, most likely that we test this support level. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. Chat, I hope the sound and everything is good and balanced. I don't know if the music is too high or too low. And if my voice is too low or too high, I have no idea. Just let me know in the comment section. Those of you watching. Okay, so that was Aleph. We can move on to the next one. Ape. I made a short video, I think earlier yesterday or today, do not remember when, but Ape was looking like, the bulls were getting exhausted. We do have this bad divergence that is building on Ape, very important. And besides, we're still not above this level. The yellow line, this 6.5-ish dollars, Any daily candle close above that one, like I explained in the short video, you know what's up. But we're still below it. Like, it's not looking that very strong on the, you know, shorter time frames. Like, as you guys can see, bulls look a bit exhausted. We've just been consolidating. We need a close above this level for us, you know, to go a bit higher, okay? Like, so far support is still holding. But yeah, let's have a look at the westerns. Okay, MACD is bullish. MACD bullish. RSI is okay, I guess. It's not overbottish yet. It was, but it's not anymore after it reset itself. Still positive momentum on the oscillators on the daily. But what's going to convince me that this move is going to continue is if we see a daily candle close above $6.5. Simple, okay? For Ali, like, I don't think it's necessary I go through this. I think I went through it on the short, you know, in the short video. Bulls looking still exhausted to me. Like, I can't add anything else to it. Like, they still look exhausted. But as long as we hold levels above 6.1, you know, 5-ish dollars, 6.17. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. And I told you guys, on the very short term, they look exhausted, okay? Very short term. But otherwise, on the weekly time frame, like, I'm not hating on this at all. Look at this. Like, bulls pretty much in charge, especially if it closes anything like this in 2 days. This is not a bad thing, okay? So, as long as we do not, you know, close below this level, 6.177-ish, okay, fine, then it's going to be consolidating. If we do though, like even an hourly candle, it doesn't have to be a 4-hourly, even an hourly candle below that level, then we can eventually, you know, come and retest levels of 5.8-ish, 5.9-ish, not a big difference, okay? And you close below this one, you know what's up next. This area right here, 5.5 to loss of $5, really. On the daily, any close below this level, personally, I'd be a bit cautious, okay? Like, I'd wait for it to come back down to loss of $5 or, you know, between 5.5 to the loss of $5, okay? Any daily candle close below this level, that is. That's 8. We can move on with the next one. Aptos. This one. I don't know how many of you have been watching the streams like continuously for every day, but those of you who have, you know, this one has also respected TA to the T. Like, that's why we have to respect the TA, okay? That's why literally we have to respect the TA. We caught it around $7-8, okay? Those, you know, those who saw the show when we were speaking about it at these levels, cool. But then I came in and I told you guys again, when it was around $8, I'm keeping both my eyes on it. If I was keeping, you know, 2 eyes on this, you know, this level, I was keeping, you know, 4 eyes on this level again, because it was time for a breakout if certain levels were broken, okay? Which happened. And right now, guess what? It's respecting TA still, because we're holding support. Look, because if one was just doing the fib on this, let me just bring out the fib so you guys can see what I mean. People were probably, you know, waiting for an entry somewhere on these levels, if not, you know, this area right here, $16 and so on. Thing is, if support is holding, you won't see these levels yet, okay? And I do not think like there's no support before that level. If we break, you know, this area, well, doesn't matter what I think, just TA wise. If we close anywhere below 17.3-ish, 17.28-ish, then there is actually support that needs to be broken first around 16.2 5 to 16-ish dollars, okay? Where was the fib now again? Just to double check where it was. Fib is all the way around $15, guys. I do not think that is gonna come easily. Like, it depends on if we see, you know, even an hourly candle close, not only a daily or 4-hourly, an hourly candle close below $16, fine, okay, I'll expect that too. Could happen, but right now I'm not. I'd rather stick to my own style of TA. You guys know how we do. So we're holding support. If Aptos can see a close, like, you know, resistance got respected as well. It went up what, a few, I think a cent or 2 cents away from my target box. And I drew this before this action came. You guys know about it as well. So support is holding right now. If we are to see a continuation to the upside, guys, I need us first to break above this level on a 4-hourly at least, okay? A daily would be best, of course, but a 4-hourly first. But right now it is holding support. If this support breaks, you know what I'm waiting for, that 16.5-ish, or, you know, 16.5 to $16, somewhere there is what I'm looking at. And if we are to go to the upside, like, we really need that close above this area. Now, new development. I made some calculations, okay? This is gonna be interesting, you know, just because it's been respecting TA. Let's see now if it's gonna happen again, okay? So, new calculations, let me show you. If we see any 4-hourly candle close, I don't think many people are speaking about this, okay, because there's not enough data. As you guys can see, it's just one wick, okay? So, if we can see a 4-hourly candle close, a daily candle close above $20.2, okay? Eventually, see around these levels, because it can't just go straight up, okay, without, you know, meeting some resistance here and there. Telling you now. It's eventually around these levels. You heard it here first, okay? Let me draw it for you. Hold on. Like, I drew it in another chart, made some calculations and so on and so forth. I'm just, you know, showing you guys as well. So, any close above this one, it's eventually around these levels, okay? I'm gonna take it step by step for a reason. If we see it close to these levels, I'm gonna, you know, make some new analysis just to let you know what could be coming next. But until then, this is the next target I'm looking at. If we see a 4-hourly candle close, doesn't have to be a daily, any 4-hourly candle close above this level could work too, okay? So that's Aptos. On the daily, still positive momentum, and guess what? RSI still holding, you know, this level. We still haven't, you know, broken down, you know, below this support. We got this bad divergence. We cannot deny that at all. On the 4-hourly, we have this negative momentum. On the oscillators, there is no nice divergence, nothing like that. We did have, you know, this bad divergence that is actually playing out right now at the moment. So it's just consolidating while we're seeing, you know, negative momentum on the oscillators, okay? On the hourly, like, look, there's a fight going on. That's all I can see right now. Okay, this I like. The hourly, I like a bit more right now, but we need to close above this level for me to be convinced that we could go at least, you know, retest prior highs. We need to see an hourly close above 18.82. 18.82. Let me just draw it for you. There you go. We got some positive momentum right now. Cool. There's no bad divergence, not what I can spot. RSI is in territories that favors the bulls more than anything else. We're talking very, very, very short term. Like this is the hourly, okay? So if you can see any hourly candle close above this level, we'll see eventually around 19.5 to $20 again, okay? Nothing's stopping us really. I like how it's looking. I really like how it's looking on the hourly right now. Just need to see a close above this level, and then it's good to go. Test the current highs, okay? It's looking fine. It's really looking fine. All right, let's move on. We've had a look. I just have to take a note so I do not mix up the things, because I had a note, but then I accidentally, forgot to save it and so on and so forth. So gotta make a new one. So we had a look at Cardano so far. Aleph. Apparently this is some AI project. And we've also had a look at Aptos. Cool. Now let's, I want to have a look at R as well, and Atom and so on, but let's have, a little detour and have a look at Bitcoin. And then we'll continue with the ACE. Okay, we'll continue with the ACE and then we'll move on with the next. So, Bitcoin, guys, yesterday I did tell you that volatility was incoming, okay, before it came. And then while I was live streaming, movement started to happen after I said that. The BTC options expired today. I did tell you guys that I think it's gonna favor the bulls more than anything else. We might, come down. Nothing, weird if we come down and then wake up. It happens when there's volatility. We do have this, candle telling us there's a clear fight going on with the bulls and the bears. Clear fight going on, okay? We still have positive momentum on the oscillators. Cool. RSI is so overcooked, like I cannot even tell you how much, guys. It's super overcooked, okay? Super overcooked. On the 4 hourly, look what happened again. We broke out of this trend line. Cool. But then there's no follow through with the next candle. Like what I want to see is some follow through, and then at least a close above this level. Like it's super important, super important that we can see that. If we don't, it's gonna be stuck, consolidating around these levels, then maybe, come back down a little bit more again, and then, try its best to break up. Because we can't see a close above this level for some reason. Like there's so much resistance for, I don't know why. There's just so much resistance. We did come up, we wicked up to 23,486, fine with this candle right here. There is no nice divergence that I can spot, but on the 4 hourly, there's some nice divergence, guys, okay? On the 4 hourly, there's some nice divergence on one of the oscillators, but negative momentum in general on both. Look, we need a 4 hourly candle close and some follow through, at least above this level, 23,183-ish. The best still, I keep on telling you guys, the best would be above this box, the top of this box, 23,400-ish areas. That would be best, because that would help us, push the price a bit higher. But then we have this next resistance right at this red line right here, that we need to see a 4 hourly candle close at least, okay? It doesn't have to be a daily. A 4 hourly candle close above this level, then game on, guys. Game on, because see eventually somewhere in between these areas, okay? 24.2 all the way to 25,000 is still possible. I've been saying it's still possible as long as we do not close below certain levels. I'm not ruling it out. Like, there's no need. It's gonna consolidate, it's gonna do its thing, but I don't see any, warning signs saying, get out immediately. Besides, yesterday it was very important that we held above, $22,000. If we would have seen any close below $22,000, okay, I would have been a bit on the cautious side. But right now it's just, doing the same thing. It's literally, still neutral, nothing going up. We're stuck within this box. We keep on going up. We can't break to the upside. We keep on pulling back. We can't, break below it either. Demand still here. We can't deny that. There's a good amount of demand at these levels. Just pretty much stuck, guys. Pretty much stuck. I've been talking about the same levels that are important and whatnot, for how many days now? Like many, many, many days. And it's still pretty much the same. As long as daily does not close below this level right here, $21,800, we're okay. We are okay, guys, okay? If it does, okay, we're gonna change. Well, I'm gonna change what I'm, talking about, but until then, it's fine, really, it's fine. Let's see. The fight is clear between the bulls and the bears. Let's see what's gonna happen this weekend and coming week, because I can, like, 100% there's a fight going on. 100% there's a fight going on. On the hourly, we got some positive momentum on the oscillators. Our side kind of rolling over. But we also have some nice divergence on the hourly. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good to see. But can we break above this level? Is the important question. Can we, get above $23,200-ish at least on the hourly? If we do, we can come and retest these levels again. This 23,380-ish to 23,400-ish. Very possible if that happens. Okay. Yeah, support pretty much the same. Everything pretty much the same when it comes to Bitcoin. It's just consolidating. Not much going on. Volatility did come in though, as expected, so I hope you guys were prepared. Okay, now let's head over to Ethereum so we can get it out of the way as well. But, well, not out of the way, but you guys get what I mean. Okay, daily Ethereum, we have some negative momentum on the oscillators, like RSI kind of holding on in territories that favor the bulls more than anything else. We are above this level. Just like Bitcoin, above 21.8, we are fine. 21.8 to 22K, we are fine. And Ethereum, above this level right here, 1,550, it's cool. It is cool. Like, I can't add anything else, okay? We haven't been able to get to these levels. If we do, we are gonna meet some resistance, some little resistance around 1,720-ish, but any close above that on the daily, eventually around these levels, okay, 1,780 to 1,850, very possible. For a start, there are other levels that, I want to talk about, but we're nowhere close to it right now, so we'll keep it casual. We'll keep it neutral. There is some nice divergence that is starting to develop in one of the oscillators that one should maybe keep in mind as well when it comes to Ethereum. Not completely, dead. Things are happening. It might be a bit boring, but definitely things are happening, okay? Let me just have a sip of water, friends, and we'll continue with Ethereum. Okay, let's go. It's looking fine. It's looking fine. Bears do look a bit exhausted. Now, I know there's, some negative momentum on the oscillators, but they're starting to look a bit exhausted. We just need to get above this level, okay? I'm not saying they're exhausted, that's it, bulls are in. I'm just saying they're showing signs of exhaustion, okay? Just a little bit. On the 4 hourly, cool, positive momentum. RSI above neutral, at least for now. Okay, still it's above neutral. There is no bad divergence right now. On the 4-hourly, we need to see a close above 1,634-ish for us to at least, retest this level or come and test this level. If we can see a 4-hourly candle close above 1,630, probabilities are going to be higher that we can come, to these levels. Okay. Like, it's holding on, guys. We can't hit on Ethereum that much. It was looking weak. It broke down, but support is holding like a king. Okay, it's holding like a king. On the hourly, we have a different, resistance area, and it's just right above this box. Okay, it's just around 1,638-ish, 40-ish. We got resistance on the hourly. Any hourly candle close above. Let me just draw it for you. We already have the box, but for those of you who want to see it visually a bit more, here we go. Okay, any hourly candle close above this level, maybe I should mark it so you do not confuse it with this one, right? Cool. Any hourly candle close above this one, see eventually at these levels, like most likely we could come and test these areas. Okay, we do have positive momentum on the hourly, which is cool, nice. Like, there is no bad divergence on the hourly right now at the moment. And support for the hourly is a bit different, so let me draw that as well. Like, we're talking very short time frames, okay? So any close below this level, we could pull back, to the bottom of this box, all the way down to this blue line, really. Okay, very possible. Any hourly candle close below this level. Okay, we can move on. Like, I wonder if I think it is what I think it is or not. No, not really. It's kind of crooked. Or is it? Hold on. Hourly is a bit different. Resistance should actually be here. Just noticed. Hold on. Right around these levels, guys. Any hourly candle close above this level makes us a bit higher, at least to the top of the box, okay? Alright, let's move on. Now we're done with Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. We've already had a look at Cardano, Aleph, and Aptos. And gonna have a sip of water. Hold on. Chat, if you're loving the content so far, smash that like, subscribe, share, and you know the deal. And for all of you who've been subscribing like past days, like, welcome. Hope all of you are enjoying the content, find it entertaining, valuable, and I hope you are in the live streams, or I'll see you in the live streams, eventually. Okay, let me just have a sip of water and we'll continue with the rest of the altcoins. and back. Okay. Excuse me for being a bit late, by the way, guys. I was out and about just doing some things. Doing some things, you know, fun things. It's the weekend. It's Friday in Europe, you know. But I'm here, as usual, trying to be here every single day. Like, not a promise, but it's the plan. Okay, let's move on. Back to the ace. Next, R. Or R? Maybe Atom. Cosmos is better, right? Okay, Cosmos first. Okay, guys, guess what? It broke above and closed above this critical level, $13.3. Cosmos is about to have a good time. Guys, see eventually around, you know, $15, okay? 14.8 to $15. Like, between 14.8 to 15.8, do not be that surprised. Cosmos is doing fine. Like, because we broke above this level, and on top of that, we held support. I think I spoke about this in the last live stream. We held support like a king, okay? Like a king, or like a queen, whatever you like to say. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's have a look at the daily. Now, we need a daily candle close, you know, above 13.8-ish. I don't want to see it, you know, get back down. It's closed above it, but I want to see some follow through, you know, as usual. Because sometimes it breaks above, just like on this candle, it breaks above and then gets back down, you know, below the critical area. Okay, so we need to see a push. Fine. We got some positive momentum on the oscillators. Awesome, cool. MACD still bullish. RSI reset. Okay. We kind of have a type B divergence that is not bad. That is not bad. A nice divergence, okay? But in general, if you look at the bigger picture, we are building, you know, this bad divergence. Okay, price keeps on going up, oscillators keeps on going down. Okay, just so you guys are aware. So we need a follow through. I do not want to see today's candle get back below this level, because if it does, guys, see eventually around, there's not much holding us, you know, support back around 12.8, 12.6 ish dollars. Okay. On the 4 hourly, MACD bullish, positive momentum on the oscillators. Look, if we do not see a close above 13.573, we are going to be developing bad divergence on the 4 hourly time frame, which could lead to this candle coming back down below this level, which I do not want to see. But if it happens, then one is prepared for what could come next. Okay, because you guys know this was resistance, right? I drew this when on the last stream, I don't remember when, but this was resistance. We still have this resistance right here at these areas. Like, I can just, you know, drag it to the right. Still resistance. We've been rejected here how many times? Like 1, 2, well, no, 1, 2, 3. I don't want to see a 4th time rejection right here again. Okay, if we do have some support around $13. Okay, but if that doesn't hold, and I'm talking 4 hourly time frame, if that doesn't hold, this is the next support that I'm looking at. Okay, and if this doesn't hold, if you see any 4 hourly candle close below 12.7, for example, see eventually around at that old resistance, which is going to act as, you know, support between, you know, 12.2-ish, well, 12.15, lows of $12 to 12.5-ish dollars. Okay, we need to see a close above 13.57. I keep on saying it again because it's very important. Okay, hourly, we just have 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes to go. It could pull back. If it closes anything like this on the hourly, I'm gonna come back to it in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or so, okay? Because we're gonna move on with the next altcoin. But if it closes anything like this, guys, very possible we come back, a little bit, especially if like all the way to around 13.2-ish, wouldn't be that surprising, okay? Like, on another note, if we pull back and this starts acting as support and we do not break, below it, just like we did here, could be a good sign because volume is coming in on the hourly chart, as you guys can see, okay? All right, so we have to be prepared with different scenarios in case one or the other happens, right? Okay, so that's Atom. We can move on. Did I mention what targets there is? Wait, yeah, you already know what's gonna happen if we see a daily candle close above, well, some follow through. Like resistance we have some type of resistance around, it's not that strong, but around 14.3-ish. Okay, I can just draw a line for you right here. Hold on. Because I have it on my other chart and I forgot to mention it here. But around this level, we do have some type of resistance, but continuation above this one, and if our hourly candle close above this one as well, daily even better. See you eventually around that, look, 14.8, let's just say 14.9 to $15.8, very possible, okay? There are other levels, yes, of interest, but I do not want to mention it right now because we're still stuck at these levels, okay? We'll see what happens. I'm not liking the action right now on the hourly, so we'll get back to it. Let's move on with the next altcoin. So Atom done as well. EVAX. Am I mistaken? This is Avalanche, right? So I do not confuse it with something else. I think it's Avalanche. Let me just have a look. Yep, Avalanche. Okay, cool. So, on the daily, guess who's in charge? We are at resistance, but guess who's in charge, guys? Bulls, okay? Definitely 100% bulls are in charge right now. We just need to see a daily candle close above 21.44. We need to. Irfan, I'm fine, thanks. Can we check XRP? Like, yeah, we are eventually gonna come to XRP, so cool. Just hold on. I'm fine, thank you. How are you, sir? I'm guessing it is a sir, Irfan. So, on the daily for AVAX, if you can see, a daily candle close above 21 point, and I'm being conservative, okay? 21.78-ish, 21.7-ish dollars, it would be awesome. Like 21.45 could work, but 21.7 even better. Any daily candle close, because look guys, we are at resistance right now. If we can't close above this level, like ASAP, this could pull back a little bit, okay? At least, 19.7-ish dollars, very possible. Okay, then we know. But yeah, one day you're gonna be a sir, so it's okay, sir. It's okay, but we're eventually gonna have a look at it. But guys, I did lower the fees for requests, to $15 from 20, because it's people are still, like shaky on their boats. Like, I don't know, maybe some people missed out the bottoms making gains, but I'm trying to be kind at the same time. I value my time and the analysis I do. If you guys know, it is valuable. Like, I do not come out here and just talk crap. So So just so you guys know, okay, any requests, it's $15-ish, okay, and this is even low, but anyways. So we do have this resistance that we are, at right now. I need that close. I need, like, it's a need, it's a must that we see a close above $21.7. 21.45 could work, but $21.7 even better, guys. Okay, and it close above that one. Guess what? Not much holding us until $24-ish, 24 to 24.3. Okay, just to be a bit more flexible. But bulls are in control. There's bearish divergence going on, but bulls are definitely in control. Okay, let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Let me see, chat. How long have I been doing analysis? Long enough, very long enough, but years. It's been years and years right now. But live streams, I've just started to do it, like, I think a few months ago. I don't remember, but not so long ago. So I'm a new streamer, but an old analyst. Well, not old in age, but you guys know what I mean. I've been doing analysis pretty long. Okay, on the 4-hourly, friends, we do have, positive momentum on the oscillators. Cool. RSI is not, overboughtish right now. Like, it was kind of in that territory, but it's resetting. It's looking fine-ish. Okay. Bulls also in control, looking at the 4-hourly, really. Buy pressure coming in. I mean, so far it's looking okay-ish. Okay. There is this bad divergence that's developing at the same time. Like, we need some continuation. Yeah, I'm pretty young, but not that young. But yeah, well, yeah. Just a new streamer, okay? Just a new streamer. Well, not new, but I think I've been streaming since May, June, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Like, something like that. I've been, off. I haven't been doing it daily. I've took like 2-3 months vacation and so on and so forth. So I couldn't stream then, but now I'm back. So still, the bulls are fine when it comes to avalanche, guys. As long, like, we got some new development, new support when it comes to the 4-hourly. There is support around, 19, lows of $19 to 19.27. Any 4-hourly candle close below that level, see eventually around, 17, this area right here. Okay, 17.9-ish to, all the way here, really. Loss of $17, very possible. That is if we see a 4-hourly candle close or an hourly candle close below this level. As long as we don't see that, we are fine. It's cool. Nothing to worry about, okay, when it comes to avalanche. Because what I love the most is the weekly. Now, if we just remove all the noise, literally all the noise, okay. And my specialty is the Easterns, right? We broke, like, we need this close above this level. This is very important on the weekly, guys. We need a close above, $20.63. So important. Because if we don't, we could pull back a little bit, okay, just a little bit for a start. Like, we do have some support around $18.2-ish. But if this close happens above that level, guys, eventually we could come and test $29-ish. Like, eventually we are gonna meet some obstacles along the way, for example around $23-ish. Okay, some resistance there, but eventually, which would be right here, okay, eventually we could come to that level of $30. Okay, telling you now, letting you know now. Not when it happens, not when it's too late, but now, okay? But we just need to see weekly candle close. Is going to be important this time. Like, we need to see a weekly candle close above this level. Otherwise, things could start consolidating, going, down a little bit and so on and so forth, okay? So that's avalanche. By the way, let's have a look at the oscillators on the weekly. Okay, first bad divergence is out of the question now. It's invalid, completely invalid. Now there is another one. There is another, bad divergence that could become invalid if we see a close on the weekly above 28.4-ish dollars. If that happens, second bad divergence that is, kind of showing on the weekly is also going to be out of the question, okay? But right now, it's there. We shouldn't neglect it. It's kind of there, but we'll see what happens. This, like, weekly time frames, guys, it takes a long time till things happen, like a long time, okay? We're not talking about the hourly or 10-minute chart here. Okay, on the hourly avalanche, before I move on with the next altcoin, bulls kind of exhausted, just so you guys are aware. Hold on. Yeah, bulls kind of exhausted on the hourly, okay? If we do not hold levels of 20.4-ish dollars, okay, we could pull back to the lows of 19.5, 19 point, okay, somewhere around 19.5. Just letting you know, looking exhausted on the hourly avalanche at the moment. Our side is overcooked. So it's resetting, but it was overcooked, okay? It was way overbought-ish. So that's it. Now, what coin were we just looking at before this one that I wanted to go back at? It was Cosmos, right? Let's see what's going on. Just a fast glance, and then we'll move on with the next altcoin. Okay, this was not what I wanted to see on the Cosmos chart. I did tell you guys that we could, pull back if it closes anything like this. So okay, we'll be back in what, 10 minutes or so, see what happens, see if T is being respected. If we close anywhere below, 13.5-ish dollars on the hourly, we could pull back a bit lower, like I said. But let's move on. Let's move on to the next one now. We're done with AVAX as well. Cool. Let's see now next. I think I'm done with the ACE right now. Let's have a look at BNB. It's the top 5, one of the top 5 largest, largest markets out there in the crypto world. So let's have a look at BNB as well. Literally stuck at resistance still. Positive momentum on the oscillators, but do you see how it's getting weaker and weaker at the same time? Look at this. MACD wants to go bearish, okay, but it's not done until it's done, okay? So we still gotta give it time. But letting you know, it is like the positive momentum is becoming weaker. MACD's like wants to cross over right now at the moment. We have bad divergence as well, okay, on both oscillators. It's gonna be out of the question if we can see a daily candle close above 311.7-ish dollars to the T. Any daily candle close above that level. Next level to be tested is around 327-ish to 334-ish, okay. I've been talking about this resistance. It's not an easy one. Like I told you, we have to see a close above $311. I think already a month or 2 months ago, and we're still kind of meeting some resistance here at these levels, okay? Fight going on between the bulls and the bears, but on the weekly, like it's on a verge of doing something, but for that to happen, we need to see a close above, on the weekly, we need to see a close also above $311 pretty much, okay? For this, to continue a bit higher, okay? We got some Like if we do not see a close above this $311 skies, we could see some bad divergence actually, become respected. So it's gonna be an important weekly candle close for some altcoins apparently. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Fine, we had this full flag, kind of broke out, but what's the point? It's barely a breakout. We're still, just consolidating if you ask me, but I drew this on the hourly, okay? So we broke out-ish, but it's pretty much just consolidating. It's been doing so for a while. Any close, let me tell you, okay? Any close, any 4-hourly candle close below 298, like if you want to be flexible, okay, $295, could take us, a bit lower to at least, 286-ish, 280-ish dollars. That's possible. On a 4-hourly, if we can see a close above $313, now one doesn't have to wait, for the daily candle close, to happen, but any 4-hourly candle close above 300, between 311 to 313, well, 314-ish dollars, then eventually it's gonna lead us, well, it could lead BNB to go and retest at least, 323-ish dollars, okay? But I don't know, like, I'm not seeing the bulls being very strong at the moment. I can't say that, okay? They are here definitely, but there's a fight going on at the same time. Let's have a look at the hourly. Well, this was not so beautiful. We got bad divergence on both oscillators, even though it's positive momentum. We got bad divergence on both oscillators. This on its own is not the best either. I mean, if we close any hourly candle below $306, then most likely that we come and we test, loss of $300, okay? So that's BNB. Like monthly candle is looking nice, but it's better to have a look at the daily, 4-hourly, and so on and so forth, because monthly, we're talking many months. We're talking many months. Like bulls look kind of exhausted. Just, kind of exhausted. I don't know where the volume is. Just, going sideways, just surviving, okay? All right, that's BNB. We can move on to the next one. Guys, bonk. This meme coin that one of the viewers, told me it was. I don't know what it was earlier, but bonk. Let's have a look at it. Okay. So, bears exhausted. Okay, bears exhausted. Cool. I cannot do much with the Western indicators, like literally I can't do anything. There's no data, okay? It's pretty new. But bears exhausted, it's up like 6.44% on the new day, which is not bad for bonk, okay? If we can get back above this, channel, really any 4-hourly candle close, not just wicks, okay, literally a 4-hourly candle close would also do it. Then see eventually around this level right here. I don't want to say all the zeros. It's highlighted in blue to your right, so you can have a look at it, the figures. But 11,794 to 12,109 areas, okay, for a start. Any hourly candle close would work too above that level. See eventually at the heart line, okay, 12,755. Any close above the heart line, then you know what's up. Eventually we can come and retest, this area where we got rejected last time, right? Let me have a look at the oscillators on the 4-hourly. Okay, there is no bad divergence, anything like that. Positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bullish on the 4-hourly. Cool, cool. All that is cool. Let me just check one thing. Okay, like there is some type of demand, like every time we pull down, buyers come in, push it back up again. But we need to see a close above this level. It's very important, okay? This 10-8, not 10-8, 20-ish. Yeah, 10-8, 20-ish levels. It's very important to see a 4-hourly candle close above that level for us to continue to the upwards, to the upside, okay? On the hourly, let's see now. It's looking fine-ish. There is no bad divergence. Not well. There is kinda, yes. It is developing, but if our side kind of continues, to the upside, it could be out of the question. But right now, it's kind of developing. So see what happens. On the hourly, we do have some new support levels. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. Here's your hourly support. Turn it to yellow. That was a mistake. No. You guys know already, for those of you who are new, blue boxes are profit taking levels or resistance levels, and we always have like R1, R2, like resistance 1, resistance 2, and support levels. We also always have, different support levels, like depending on what time frame as well. And sometimes even the same time frame, it could be like 2, 3 support levels. If the first one breaks, as I always tell you guys, then most likely that we will go and test, the second support level, and vice versa when it comes to resistance. Okay, cool. Hopefully this kind of continues, to the upside. On the hourly, we do have resistance around 11.010, okay? 11.010. You see an hourly candle close above that level. We could, go a bit higher. But 11, if you want to be a bit more conservative, 11.040, okay? To the T, 11.040. But 11.010 could work, okay? So that's Bonk, Solana's meme coin or something like that. I don't know. Let's move on to the next one. Let's just have a quick glance at what Bitcoin is doing at the same time before I move on with the next altcoin. And gonna read the chat because I don't know if you guys are writing. Haven't had a look. Hold on. Chat, are you alive? Show me signs. Are you alive? Like, I don't know how late it is at your areas, but 3:20 a.m. 3:20 a.m. in Europe. I'm talking as if it's like in the evening or well, afternoon, but 3:20 a.m. Pretty late. Yeah, that's coming, Irfan. I'm gonna have a Patreon, so gonna have some educational videos. At the same time, it's gonna be a way for people to support the stream, because I don't wanna shill coins or have links to some exchanges, affiliate links and whatnot, so on and so forth. I might, but I want it to be a crowdfunded stream, so I'm just waiting for the subs to hit at least 1,000, because there's no point if we're only like 2-3 people, so I just want the subs to go up as fast as it reaches 1,000. Patreon is gonna be available for anybody who wants to take part of this community and so on and so forth. It's growing. Luckily, it's growing. I'm new and it's growing, so I'm glad all of you are finding your ways, to the channel. It just makes me happy because I've noticed that I'm getting those quality people, those who want to learn and not just, want to be shield coins and so on and so forth. So soon-ish, Irfan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Okay, next. Like Bitcoin is just, holding on, just holding on. They'll keep on being rejected at this level. Like every time it tries to do something, being rejected. Okay, let's move on with the next altcoin. So far we've had a look at Cardano, Aleph, Aptos, of course King and Queen, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cosmos, Avalanche, Bonk as well. Avalanche, whatever. Okay, next. Cake. Some cake, right? Now, this one also was one of those that respected, TA to the T. What happened is we came, we touched resistance, we kind of pulled back, holding at support. It's so important with those resistance and, support levels, guys. And without, being able to spot these kind of things, I think it's a bit harder for, for people to find out what's going on, especially if they just, use, like Fibonacci's and, just, candlesticks alone and not try to combine like Easterns and Westerns and just, try to get the best TA possible, okay? Because if we'd be using the fib, for example, let's say we used the fib, okay? I do use the fib sometimes, I do respect it, but that's not the only thing I do. I try to combine everything. Then people would have probably been waiting for this, level. But then again, old resistance did get respect, as, support if one was not using, the fib, only looking at the fib, for example. It held and then we pushed back up a little bit. Now, on the 4 hourly, we need to see a close above $4.03, okay? If you can see that, very possible we come and retest, current highs, okay? Well, let's get into the TA daily and so on, what's going on. So, looks like pretty much bulls are, starting to get exhausted, okay? We have this bad divergence and so on and so forth on the daily. Yes, positive momentum on the oscillators, true, but bulls are starting to get a bit exhausted. Like it's neutral right now, okay? It's neutral right now. If I'm gonna be convinced that this is gonna continue to the upside, at least, for us to see next level, which is around these areas, okay? Then I need to see a close, a daily candle close above $4.3-ish, literally the top of this box. $4.35, any daily candle close above that level. See eventually around 4.8-ish to 5.1. I keep on repeating it. I said it last time as well, okay? Now, daily support, this is, shorter time frame, but daily support, like there is really not much until these levels, somewhere between 3.6 to 3.4. That is for hourly, support breaks and so on and so forth. Let's look at the 4 hourly. The 4 hourly support is, we have some new development, okay? It's in general here. I don't think it's necessary that I draw a line, but any close below $3.92-ish, we could pull back a bit lower, at least, to this line, if not, lower, okay? Any close below this level, doesn't have to be a 4 hourly. Any hourly candle close below this area right here, 3.83-ish. Could take us a bit lower. I'm just, being very specific because I have OCD with these kind of things, but it's good when it comes to TA, okay? But just letting you know. On the hourly, okay, we still have positive momentum on the oscillators. We got this bad divergence that kind of is developing at the moment. MACD's kind of rolling over, guys, okay? Just so you are aware. Okay, we have positive momentum, kind of some positive momentum on the 4 hourly. Our side is, hold on. Like it's not in territories that favor the bulls. It is above neutral though, okay? But look, on the daily, I just said that bulls kind of are looking exhausted, even though it's neutral in general. Weekly candle close. It's so important in 2 days that we close above $4. Super important, okay? For the weekly. Look, guys, if we can't see a daily candle close above 4.04-ish dollars, there is bad divergence that could play out, okay? But then I'm seeing something else as well. Let me just try to show you, okay? We got this. Let me try to draw it for you. Brush. Okay, brush highlighter. You guys see what could be forming? Like maybe, it doesn't matter if it goes like this, but do you guys notice what could be forming? Okay, an IHS. If this happens, and we see a daily candle close above, $4.1, we want to be a bit more conservative, $4.2. It's gonna help the price, to go up at least, to these levels, okay? We might have a little hiccup around 4.5, a little hiccup, mean a little obstacle, but major resistance is around these levels, okay? Like we will see if we can consolidate, because bulls are being a bit exhausted right now. If we consolidate at these areas, it's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? As long as we do not break below this level, 3.7-ish, it's okay. It's really fine. Yeah, on the hourly, I don't know if I spoke about it. Yeah, I did. Bad divergence on the hourly. We got resistance on the hourly around, 4.052. Any close above that one could take us, a bit higher to at least, 4.13-ish, somewhere on these levels, or all the way up here wouldn't be that shocking, 4.2-ish. Just being extra specific right now, okay? But hourly support, yeah, you guys already know. It's pretty much, not that different from, if you see any close below this level right here, let me just redraw that one. This hourly, do not confuse it with this one, okay? Any close above, below this level, this box, literally, 3.952, most likely that we come all the way to this red line area, okay? So that's cake, USDT. I'd like to have a look at Cosmos at the same time. Hold on. Because it was looking a bit shaky, you know? I just want to see what's going on. Let's move on. We got Cello next. It's literally, since the last time we spoke about it, it came to resistance, it held support. Excuse me guys, my phone was ringing, but I'm back. It held support as well, so hence it held support. We had a bit of a push, you know, to this resistance level again for the second time after it pulled back down. There is some bad divergence that is developing on both oscillators, but positive momentum. All in all, general MACD is still bullish. That hasn't changed much. Like, this is the thing with Cello, guys. Okay, if any daily candle close above 0.8-ish, most likely that we come and, you know, test levels of 0.9-ish to 0.922-ish levels. Like, if you want to be a bit like very conservative, then one could wait for the close above 0.836 on the daily. Okay, just a bit more conservative. Let me draw it for you. Right here. Yeah, but any close above 0.8-ish would be okay. Yeah, then see eventually around, like I said, 0.9-ish to 0.92-ish. Not much holding us until these levels, okay? There is, it's neutral right now. I mean, bulls look a bit exhausted, but not completely on the daily. But they're starting to get exhausted, so one should keep that in mind. So it's very important that, okay, let's be conservative. It's important that we see a close above 0.83, well, 0.84, just rounding it off, okay? Yes, same on the 4-hourly as well. They look a bit exhausted, guys. Like any 4-hourly candle close below this area right here, around 0.747, it's gonna take us back to these, you know, support levels. Okay, so this support is still valid. That is if we see a close below 0.75-ish dollars on a 4-hourly candle. Okay, we do have this bad divergence on the 4-hourly as well. That is building. MACD still bullish, positive momentum on the oscillators, okay, fine. Our sign is in territories that, you know, favors the bulls more than anything else, but I see some signs of weakness from the bulls at the same time. That's why, you know, I'm being a bit on the safer side. Yeah, on the early, same thing. I do see signs of bulls being a bit exhausted, guys. Yep, and MACD is bearish, negative momentum on the oscillators. So, okay, very short term, we could see consolidation, a little bit of a downside action, you know, on, you know, hourly time frame and so on. even for hourly. On the hourly time frame, we do have some support around let me just draw it for you, hold on. These levels, okay? For support on the 1 hour time frame. There you go, cool. So any break below this level on the hourly time frame, like could lead to some more downside, you know, at least to 0.723, okay, for a start. Let me just draw a line there as well. Our box, this is hourly. Now I'm talking about hourly, okay? All these are hourly support areas I'm talking about. So one does not confuse with something else. Second right here. Cool. Okay, let's move on. The top of this box is acting as some type of support right now, guys. But we'll see what's going on. Okay, next call. Right, let's do XRP as well. Like because if I start, you know, going through all the A's and the B's and the C's, we're gonna be here until Sunday, Monday. I'm not gonna shut off this stream, okay? But we can have a look at some main coins like Dogecoin and XRP and maybe Phantom next. Maybe we'll see. Like one of those days, I am gonna have this a marathon stream where we do all sorts of TA. Like one of those days, could be in a year or two, I don't know, but we'll see when the timing is right, pretty much. I've done a video like a while ago, long ago, with the top 20 coins, you know, on CoinMarketCap. It was fun. It was fun to do. Okay, let's have a look at XRP. Okay, daily. Positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is in territories that favors the bulls more than anything else, but it's kind of rolling over at the moment. We do have, you know, some bad divergence, you know, developing on the daily as well. One should be like careful with that. We came as high as 0.4330. this resistance level that I had is, starts at 0.44. All the resistance turns into new support. I keep on telling you guys that. You guys know already. It's kind of neutral right now. Looks like it's consolidating. Bulls starting to be exhausted, but that's gonna change. That changes if we see a daily candle close above 0.4250. Then see eventually around 0.44 to 0.45 for a start. Okay, but let's zoom in. This is the daily. It's gonna take days, if not weeks, until it develops. Okay, right, this is unnecessary. We kind of broke out, so I can remove it for now. Here we go. On the 4-hourly, very interesting. We do have some nice divergence developing. Not done developing, but it's developing right now at the moment. It's only gonna be invalid if we see a 4-hourly candle close below $0.4. Okay. Like, look, guys. On the 4-hourly, we do have resistance around 0.4244. If we see a close above that level, very possible that we go and retest, around 0.44-ish dollars. We do have support, new support on the 4-hourly. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. There you go. 4-hourly support. This can take time to develop as well. Okay. Look, there's something that I'm noticing that I do not like at all. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but do you guys notice something here? If this was inverted, if we did this, and we would have seen a break above this level, okay, 0.3, well, 0.4, then most likely that we come to these levels, right? But let me just re-invert it back to reality. Do you guys notice there is some type of H&S that is building right now at the moment? Thing is, if we can see, like I said, if we can see a close above 0.424, just to be a bit more conservative, it's gonna become invalid completely. But at the moment, we can't unsee it. Like, it is there. Unless you're gonna be lying to yourself, okay, we cannot unsee this, okay? It is, we got our HNS happening at the moment. We definitely have to hold this support. Now it's even more important that we do not, break below these levels, okay? Super important, okay? Because if we do, eventually around these levels, 0.38 to 0.36-ish dollars, fine. This is on the 4-hourly. This is not on the daily. Do not get it confused. This is on the 4-hourly, okay? Have a look at the weekly. Just remove all the noise. See what's going on. Like, this was one, you see, but since we are above this 0.4-ish dollars, well, 0.39-ish dollars, it's kind of holding. Like, so this is a failed HNS right in front of you, a failed HNS, okay? Because it would have been bad if we would have seen Ripple get below 0.31 in a weekly candle close, below 0.31. It would have been horrible, okay? But the support held like a king. You guys know, I've been speaking about the support actually like a few months back, like when I think way back, we're probably at these levels, if I'm not mistaken. It's been holding. We go up, we get rejected at resistance, we come back down, and it holds again, okay? So weekly is still, pretty much neutral. Like, cannot say much. Like, the important thing for weekly to do for us, because the first bad divergence is out of the question now, okay? As long as weekly closes above 0.3984, it's invalid, okay? Now the second bad divergence that we need, to kill, like to completely kill, we have to see a close above 0.473-ish dollars, okay? If that happens, the second bad divergence is gonna be out of the question as well. Fine. So yeah, that's XRP. You know what we need to break above for us, to go and retest at least for a start 0.44 to 0.45, at least. This is gonna take time to develop, guys. If that happens, like actually okay, let me draw a new, because this was support. Let me draw a new box for you guys. Hold on. Here's your resistance, okay? On the daily. That is if we see for hourly as well, not only daily, for hourly as well. That is if we see a close above that 0.43-ish dollars on a 4 hourly, on a daily, okay? Around these levels. Eventually see you here next. Cool. Understood. Capiche. We can like, I like the nice divergence. Like as long as we do not break, below this $0.4 level, it could play out, okay? If we break below it, then it's gonna become invalid. Forget about the nice divergence that is building, okay? Just letting you know. Because this is nice. That nice divergence is nice, okay? Actually, now when I think of it, there is room for, Ripple to kind of go down and not see that nice divergence, kind of become invalid. Not only at this level, actually, if it comes all the way to around, this level right here, this second support level, this should be, second now because we have a new first one, new development. Tap. There you go. There is room, guys. There is room. So if this doesn't hold, if we come all the way to these levels, but super very important that we can hold above $0.376, okay? Then there's still gonna be some nice divergence on one of the oscillators. On the other one, it's gonna become invalid, if we get below this level. But on the RSI, there's still life. There's still gonna be life, okay? Not the end of the world. It is cool. It is cool. Okay, that's XRP. We're done with that as well. Yeah, like I said, Pulse being a bit, looking a bit exhausted on Atom, but we'll see what happens. Okay, and what's Bitcoin doing? Just to see what's going on. Aptos hourly. I do not like this on the hourly. Like, depends on how it closes in 10 minutes, but this is not a good sign. Just letting you guys know, okay? Yeah, no. Okay, just what's Bitcoin doing? Because I haven't had, well, an eye on it. Hold on. Pretty much nothing. Okay. Alright, literally nothing. All right, let's have a look at the next altcoin. What was it? I said Dogecoin, right? But before Dogecoin, those of you who are watching the show, I do not remember when exactly, but not so long ago, maybe 2-3 days ago, probably something like that. I did come out and talk about waves, right? Let's just have a fast glance. You can't hate on this. You cannot hate on what's going on with waves, okay? Nice IHS. It's like it's not the best drawing, okay, but you guys get the point. We held support like kings, volume coming in on the daily. Yes, there is bad divergence developing, okay, but positive momentum on the oscillators, buy pressure coming in, looking at the volume. Kind of being rejected at resistance levels right now at the moment, okay, but guys, any daily candle close above this level, any daily candle close above this level, above this daily resistance, yeah, eventually around 3.1 to 3.4 for a start. Not gonna discuss next, but 3.1 to 3.4 for a start, okay, and then we're probably gonna see some supply come in, but if demand takes over, next levels are not far away, okay. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Okay, pullback kind of imminent at this point, looking at this, you know, these patterns right now. Like, there is bad divergence on the R side. It was overboughtish, it reset, it's in nice territories, which, you know, favors the bulls, but at the same time, I'm not loving this. It's very possible that we can pull back all the way to at least, you know, 2.5-ish dollars, all the way from 2.5 to 2.37, 2.3, well, being a bit more conservative, or flexible, I mean, excuse me, 0.32 to 2.5-ish dollars wouldn't surprise me at all, because I see signs that bulls are exhausted. So mind you, okay, mind you, we are, besides, we are at resistance levels, okay? If this 2.32 doesn't hold, if 2.32 doesn't hold, loss of $2, not so surprising, okay, when it comes to waves. Like weekly, loving it. But we'll see how it closes in a day and 22 hours. Daily, looking fine-ish. But on the very, very, you know, short terms, you could see, you know, some type of pullback action a little bit, okay? We're kind of, we kind of are getting it already. There's some nice divergence developing though on both oscillators at the moment, like developing, so it's not done. It's not done. Doesn't mean we can't go all the way to the levels that I just mentioned. It's still gonna be in play, okay? Yeah, so 2.5 to 2.3 something wouldn't be that surprising on waves. Like pullback wise, okay? Support. I'm not gonna draw it or something because I have to, like, it's gonna be too many drawings on the same chart. All right, waves also done. Lovely people, if you're loving the content, please do consider subscribing and liking and sharing and so on and so forth. And thank you for all that. Like, I appreciate you guys. It's motivating, you know, to see that you guys are engaging and so on and so forth. Especially for a new streamer as myself, it's pretty much, you know, heartwarming. Okay, let's move on with Dogecoin. Now we've went, you know, from doing things alphabetically in order to just mixing it up, because otherwise I'm literally gonna be here for the whole weekend just streaming. By the way, guys, those of you who are watching, what time is it in your area, in your zone? Like, is it AM, PM, morning, evening? Like, it's 4 AM in Europe. Like, that helps me that I can make it like for a few more altcoins, but it's 4 AM. But it's Friday. Most people are outside, you know, either clubbing, partying, or whatever. And some are sleeping, of course. Dogecoin next. I'm keeping an eye on the chat at the same time, so Doge. Okay, the last time I spoke about it, I told you guys about the support, and behold, pull back. It didn't come all the way to the box, but I think okay, it touched the top of the box to the T, okay, and then pulled back again. Problem is, we are at resistance with Dogecoin. That's why you keep on, you know, seeing it hit resistance and then, you know, pull back, hit resistance and pull back. This red line is pretty much important. Like any daily candle close, the best scenario for Dogecoin would be if we see a daily candle close above the top of this box, okay? You see it highlighted to your right, 0.09562 levels. That would be awesome. But a daily candle close above this level also could work, but for those who are conservative, sometimes I like being conservative, okay? I'd like to see a close above 0.09562-ish levels. If that happens, then very likely that we can see, you know, well, just these levels, okay? All the way from 0.11 to 0.12-ish levels. Not a big difference. Not a big difference if you think about it. But percentage-wise, it's not a little thing, okay? We're talking about 32%, 30%, around 30%, okay? So it might be a little, you know, for some, I don't know, some might think so, but we're talking about 30% if certain levels, you know, break to the upside. Like if you can break above certain levels to the upside, it's awesome, okay? We got positive momentum on the oscillators. We do have bad divergence, you know, brewing at the same time. It's developing volume. I don't know where it is. Can somebody call back the volume for Dogecoin? For God's sake, it's like somebody needs to revive this ASAP. Oh my God. Even worse on the weekly. came, then it just said goodbye and left the stage. On the weekly, it's very important that we see a close above this level. Super important, okay? This 0.9262. A close above that one on the weekly most likely could take us, to these levels, okay? Now let's head over to the 4-hourly as well. Okay, 4-hourly, like resistance is a bit different than what I was talking about on the daily. 4-hourly, if we can see a close above 0.8864-ish dollars, okay, then we can, push up a little bit, at least, to these levels, 0.93-ish to 0.95-ish, very possible. Looks like, let me just draw it for you, hold on, because I think I see something. But I could be wrong, so it's better that we draw it just to make sure. Yeah, okay, it is what I think it is. So, we have this bearish, channel. There's 60-40. It doesn't mean 100% it's gonna break down. That's not what it means. But it's good that we spot these things, because sometimes, we could see, bull flag. It doesn't mean, it's gonna break to the upside completely either. 60-40, right? We'll see what happens. We are above this hard line, but if we see anything like this, for example, let me just draw it for you. Like, we come down and then, this acts as resistance. Then, mind you, we could, pull back to this support area, okay? Just so you are aware, we do have positive momentum. Okay, that was not supposed to be. Hold on. We do have positive momentum on the oscillators. Cool. RSI is above neutral. Fine. There's no there's no bad divergence on the 4-hourly really. It's actually the opposite. Like, there was some nice divergence that is playing out at the moment, but looks weak-ish, looks pretty weak. I mean, the bulls are trying to do something, but weak action, There's no buy pressure coming in, neither, not even sell pressure. It's just neutral, just hanging on like a fruit fly, just hanging on, okay? On the hourly, okay, looks like the bears have like the upper hand a little bit. On the hourly, we do have, different support levels. If you see any close below 0.0865-ish dollars, we could pull back a bit more to at least, well, it's not a big difference. Let me just, draw a box so you guys can get an idea. Really, it's not a big difference, okay? There's no point in drawing a box when I think of it. We could just, pull back to the lower area of this channel, the bottom of this channel, okay? Simple as that. If we see a close below this area, okay? On the hourly. Looks like we're holding the hard line for now, but I don't know for how long. There's no nice divergence on the hourly, nothing that I can spot. Fine, positive momentum, but it's like, weak action, weak action, okay? That's how I can put it. Weak action on Dogecoin at the moment. Weekly, you guys know, we need that close above the 0.093-ish dollars, okay? Somewhere around that level. So that's Dogecoin. Cool, awesome. Let's see, Atom. Like, look, guys, yeah, like I told you, bulls kind of exhausted. I mean, looking at things. And we're talking very, very short time frame, okay? Not daily, not 4-hourly. So I'm just, I think 4-hourly as well, kind of, but specifically the hourly, okay? Specifically the hourly. Bitcoin trying to hold on, also like a fruit fly, like it's hanging in there. It's just hanging in there. Okay, that was Dogecoin. Well, so far we've had a look at Doge, Waves, XRP, Cello, Cake, Bonk, AVAX, Atom, King and Queen, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then Aptos, Aleph, and Cardano. Cool. Okay, there is. Let's see now if there's something interesting that we should have a look at. Oh, yes. Okay, all right. Gala, guys. It's up 12% on the new day. Let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. If we see a daily candle close above this level, kind of, looking like that right now, but who knows? We still got, what, 21 hours until the daily candle close. But if we see a daily candle close above, if you want to be conservative, 0.058-ish dollars, okay? See eventually around these levels, okay? 0.068-ish to 0.072. Letting you know, support held like a king. We have our first, positive momentum on Gala. Again, MACD just went bullish again. RSI was overcooked, remember? It reset. It's fine right now. At the moment, it is fine. There's some, nice divergence that I can also see on the daily that is kind of playing out at the moment. For hourly, looking like okay, Gala, if daily closes like this, means bulls in charge. For hourly, we can clearly see that the bulls are in charge. Buy pressure coming in. RSI is it's just entering the overboughtish territory, as if it continues like this. There is no bad divergence at the moment. Let me just double check. We could build a type B divergence, but at the moment there is none. On the 4 hourly, okay, bulls in charge. On the hourly, I could argue that's not the case. On the hourly, unless we see an hourly candle close above 0.06-ish, 0.061, very possible that we come and retest somewhere around these levels as support again. I think that is around 0.055, and I'm talking about the hourly now, okay? Hourly. Very possible that could happen. Sinner, welcome to the show. Good morning, or I think it's morning, right? It's been a while. It's been a long time ago. So yeah, on the hourly, if we can see a close above 0.061-ish, fine. Most likely we will continue to the upside, okay? Otherwise, bulls kind of getting exhausted on the hourly right now at the moment, okay? Kind of getting exhausted. Well, showing signs, starting to be exhausted, okay? But we do have support, like I said, at the bottom of this box, between, this pink line to the bottom of this box, so all the way to the loss of 0.05, really, just to be a bit more flexible, okay? Moving averages on the hourly are turning bullish at the moment. Let me just check the short-term moving averages as well. For hourly, bullish, okay, short-term above mid-term, mid-term above long-term, cool. Hourly also looking nice, looking good so far. It's going fine, thank you, Sinner. How's it going for you? How are you feeling about Solana? A bit better, hopefully. Something a bit better. I did tell you, you might, make gains from other markets. I know it's wrecked many people, but it's been doing things. It's been doing a bit better nowadays. I hope you're feeling good and healthy and so on and so forth otherwise. All right. Yeah, so that's Gala coin. Important we see this close above 0.61 on the hourly, okay? And let's have a look at Solana. Just like because I mentioned it right now. And I'll just have a sip of my water and we'll continue with the Solana as well. Solana, I know some people felt pain out of it. I understand. But at the same time, for those who, well, we literally spoke about it, when it was in levels of interest, right? Some might say didn't catch the bottom, but we were talking about a reversal being, possible when it was at the bottom, literally. Since then, can you hate on this? Okay, don't even take it from the bottom when we were talking about it. Fine, don't. You don't have to, okay? Let's take it from $15 when it broke this critical resistance, okay? Since then, it's up 80%. 80%. Well, it was up 80%, okay? Consolidating at the moment. We have our first negative momentum on the daily, okay? We have this bad divergence that is, we had bad divergence that is kind of playing out right now. It's consolidating at the moment. Like, we cannot, say anything else. It's just consolidating at the moment. As long as we, like I told you last time, as long as we do not close anywhere below, like I have my alerts ready, below this support area right here. It's really cool. It's cool, guys, okay? But any daily candle close below $20.7, just $21, okay? 20.9, $21. I'd be cautious because then it's more, most likely gonna come and retest at least 18.3 to 17.6 for a start-ish. Okay, for a start-ish. But I'm not gonna get so deep into support levels right now because it's still kinda surviving, just consolidating at the moment. Bulls are exhausted, hence we're just seeing this sideways action at the moment right now. If we can see, there's something interesting going on maybe on the 4-hourly, but if we can see a daily candle close above this level, 25.85, next resistance still is around that 27.5-ish to $28 that I spoke about in one of my short videos about Solana, okay? On the 4-hourly, wait, RSI is in okay territories, by the way, on the daily. On the 4-hourly, other momentum on the oscillators, RSI is pretty much still above neutral. Not the strongest, but it is above neutral. MACD turned bullish again, fine. Um, there's some indecision going on, pretty much, when it comes to Solana. Okay, main support is really on the 4-hourly. It's like if you see any 4-hourly candle close below 23.67-ish dollars, you could, come and retest, 22.6 to this alert that I have here, somewhere around $22, okay, possible on the 4-hourly. But if we can see a 4-hourly candle close above $25, that is like a first warning. Like if one wants to be conservative, okay, 25.7, a close above that one, we're gonna be going a bit higher, okay, to that level that I spoke about for the daily. Discord is getting new people. Yes, Sinner. Yeah, I noticed that it's kind of fun, right? Like I see this community slowly but surely growing. Like it's not just, going sideways, consolidating. It's surely growing. So it's fun to see, Sinner. It's awesome. Hopefully we're gonna, make it grow a bit. Like as long like I don't mind it. I don't mind it like growing, taking its time to grow slowly. It's kind of frustrating sometimes, but at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, well, the quality people are definitely finding the streams, like they're finding their ways to the channel, so it's all good. It's all good. Good things take time. So yeah, any close above 25.6 dollars, the top of this box mainly 25.85 on Solana. 27.5, $28 is upon us. Any close above that level on a 4-hourly, doesn't even have to be a daily, okay? Any close on the 4-hourly time frame, any 4-hourly candle close above 28.1. See eventually around, what was it again? 30.7-ish to $33-ish dollars. That is still not out of the question if we can see a close above $28, okay? So that's Solana. Awesomeness. Okay, lovely people. It's been 2 hours. It's been an awesome show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a good one. We've had a look at Cardano, Aleph, Aptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cosmos, Avalanche, Bonk, Cake, Cello, XRP, Waves, Dodge, Gala, Solana. It's been a good one, really. I enjoyed this one. I hope you guys found it, to be valuable, entertaining, and you had a good time watching this stream. And you learned a thing or two at least, that you can take with you and use on your own. For those of you replaying or watching right now, if you loved it, please to consider, hitting that bell, be notified for the next stream or next video, subscribing and liking and so on and so forth. On top of that, I want to say I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Like, much love to all of you. Hope you have an awesome Saturday. Yes, tomorrow. I was about to say yesterday, but tomorrow. And an awesome weekend. And I will definitely catch you on the next one. Until then, take care and stay safe. Good night.